Welcome to Real Estate U with Letty Ann.
Thank you for tuning in today. Season 2 of Real Estate U podcast with Letty Ann, and I'd like to welcome back Dustin Miller. Welcome, Dustin.
Yes, thank you so much.
Dustin is the owner of Goldheart Homes,
Yes.
a locally owned Kansas and Missouri licensed contractor for remodeling your home. So if you have questions for Dustin, check out his website below, goldhearthomes.com. And you've been a licensed remodeler in this city for 10 years. Is that right,
Yes,
Dustin?
yeah, going on 10 years.
That's awesome. So today I want to ask you, what for those who aren't ready just yet to hire a remodeler, let's say for their kitchen, what do-it-yourself tips, or what are some really common but really powerful impact that have a powerful impact that the homeowner can do themselves in their kitchen to give it a little bit of a lift if they're not ready yet to have a full remodel or partial remodel?
Yeah, that's a good question. So one thing they could do is appliances. Those are easy to replace. Then something that's more affordable would be faucets, knobs, hinges. So anything stainless, anything metal in there, easy to change, that's a good start for DIYers.
Sometimes, because as a licensed real estate professional, people ask me, well, how can I spruce up my kitchen? And sometimes I say, don't touch it. Because if they're getting ready to sell it, it's a domino effect. They're like, oh no, my wife wants to antique the cabinets, and then I think I'll change out the hardware.
Yeah.
And I'll say, just let's step back and take a look at what does that look like? Because you start changing one thing, or you have a 1980s kitchen, and all of a sudden you're throwing in some really amazing stainless steel appliances and gas ranges and cooktops. You still have your 80s kitchen.
Yes.
So now it's like, we better change the countertops. Then they do that. Now they're really in a pickle because the cabinets are still not brought up.
Exactly.
So do you ever get a call from a consumer saying, I've started this remodel myself, uncle, I need some help?
Yes. Yeah, we come into projects half started, half done, and they've spent 40 to 80 hours on their project, and it just has to all be redone. So whether they are staining their cabinets or painting, clients that are going to purchase your home later on, they can really tell if it was done by a professional or not.
And please take note of that, because it's very true. Someone's cutting corners. Well, I can do that myself. The next person is going to know this tile was not installed by a professional tile person. But I always appreciate the efforts that someone wants to do it themselves.
Yeah.
But ask yourself why. Is it because you're savvy in that arena, or is it because maybe you want to save some money that ultimately might chap you at a later time?
Exactly. That's a good point. And usually a client, if they're looking to buy a new home, they'll pick up on that. And if they see one detail that's out of place, they're going to immediately think that what else is wrong with the home. But if they see professionalism the time they walk in, you can really have a quick sell that way.
Indeed. So do you offer consultation services in your business?
Yes, we do.
So is it, if someone were to say, I don't really know what to do, my husband's pretty handy, but we're not sure, will you come over and consult with us? Is there a fee for that?
No, it's all free for us, and I love to come by and offer opinions and a little direction. We also do 3D models. So if you're looking to replace your cabinets, I measure it out, and then in 3 to 4 days, we have a 3D model. So you could look at what your kitchen would look like in the future.
So online, or is it a PDF? Or is
it's a PDF.
So in this HGTV world that we live in, people have to love that. They've kind of probably feel like, whoa, I'm talking to someone who's actually on TV, which you are now, so you can say that you've been.
Yes.
Yeah. But that advancement in technology, people have to love that, because so many people, have you noticed, I've seen this myself, they can't envision what you're saying, this is what it's going to look like. Over here it will look like this. Some people just don't have that ability to see it. So
yes. That's a good point. Yeah, a lot of clients, we run into that they can't visualize at all. And luckily, we're in this generation to where we can create something before it's actually installed. And you think, how often do you purchase a vehicle without sitting in it and at least looking at it? And with prototyping and 3D models and sketching, they're able to see what their kitchen would look like in their home before they actually purchase.
I love the value add that you do complimentary consultation. And because we don't know what to do, and you're the expert, so that's the beauty of that. So do you get calls? I would imagine you get calls from someone who's had a poor remodeling experience.
Yes.
How often does that happen?
Yeah, unfortunately, I would say that's about 30% of our clients. And once they're ready to pull the trigger, we have to earn that trust to make sure we meet their standards, and we're not going to either run off like their past contractor did or do a poor job. And once they see our work, the first week or two, they start to warm up to us, and we begin to heal that wound of whatever the past contractor did. So yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of issues out there with contractors not doing what they say, but we come in full confidence and to do a very good job, and we've always had clients pleased with the finished product.
We've had the same thing in the real estate world. Someone maybe had a poor experience, and then we need to treat those consumers differently because they have been scorned.
Yes.
And we do have the empathy because we know we're going to get them through the process correctly,
yeah,
with the right material, with the right vendors, and you're one-stop shop. So I want to be sure everybody knows that Goldheart Homes is a one-stop shop. You don't have to get your electrical guy and then the countertop guy. Dustin will take care of, his company will take care of all of that for you.
Yes.
What do you think how do you provide the best customer experience? What is your customer service from start to finish? What's the most important thing to your clients and to you as a business owner?
Yeah, well, once again, in this generation, everyone knows how to text, or at least mostly everyone.
Yeah.
And that's a real good way to keep tabs on what's said and what wasn't said, and real easy to communicate throughout the day. So I make myself available almost 24/7 from the time the project starts to the end.
24/7. Be careful what you
Yes.
say, Dustin. So you like a home builder, although he's not a home builder, he's a home remodeler. You get texts at midnight?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
boy. And
yeah.
you're up at that time?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Dedication and customer service.
Love what I do.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's so I interrupted you. So please continue with what do you feel makes the great, excellent customer experience?
Yeah, absolutely. It's communication, and we've seen jobs that were done by other contractors, and the finished product was good, but the communication was bad, and it just left a thorn in their side. So not only do we offer great professional service, but communication along the way and friendship. You know, we're not just there to make a dollar. We're there to invest into your home, into you, and, you know, hopefully be friends for a long time after that.
And I tell the associates here, everyone we meet is in a relationship for life.
Yes.
It's not a one and done. It's you're creating an experience, a home buying and selling experience or a remodeling experience, and you don't want them to forget you for all the right reasons.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing maybe you've seen in a home, or you walk in and it's like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah,
But we're going to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say we come across some really unique layouts to where you can barely navigate in the kitchen, the peninsulas protruding out in the walkway. And then when we actually demo the kitchen and remove the walls, you'll see wiring just strewn throughout the house that maybe the builder or DIYer did it themselves, and we correct all that. So yeah, we come across some wild stuff.
So you have a domino effect as well, because once you start taking out sheetrock and looking inside walls and looking at studs, you maybe find mold. And don't freak out because of mold, folks. There's several different types of mold,
Yes.
and they're not all bad.
Yeah.
So don't freak out. Education is key. But then you see, oh, this wire connects to nothing, and then you follow it all the way down to the electrical box, and then you find the amps aren't appropriate for what we want, all the cool stuff we want to put in. So communication has to be, as you said, because you want to let the customer know why this might be a little bit more. Well, here's the hiccup we just encountered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, with full remodels, clients should expect to see an increase if we run across something. And it's probably only 30% of the time we come across something that there's extra labor, but it's never something that's really extensive unless we come across foundation cracks or issues if we're removing drywall. But other than that, it's usually pretty minor, and we don't look to gouge. Like, we're known for, once we set a price, we do our very best to stick within that, and not have it leading, thousands of dollars past that when the project's done.
That's awesome. Do you do basement finishes?
Yes, we sure do.
Okay, so put that on your list too, folks, basement finishes. And anyone considering a remodel, however big or small, what's the best advice you might give that person who's on the fence or talking with their spouse about, honey, let's really spruce up our master bathroom. What advice do you have for those folks?
Yeah, so kitchen and baths, they don't really lose their value. So whatever you're going to invest into that, unless you go really wild with design, you can look to get your money back. So look at it as an investment, and we've heard of clients getting 30% over of what they invested. So don't look at it as that you're giving out money to never get back, because you're putting a value into a home that's in this city is going to continue to increase. So it's a great investment across the board.
Question over here about concrete countertops.
Mm-hmm.
Is that trend going to continue? Is it sanitary? Talk to us about concrete.
In case you didn't hear Andy, we had a question come in while we're live here asking about concrete countertops. There's some cool looking ones, and I think the question was, are they trending? Will they continue to trend?
Yeah, so they're very trendy. They are. They're beautiful, thick slab of concrete, but it is concrete that's like on your pavement. So it's much more porous. It's not as antimicrobial. It's not as durable. It can chip down the road. So outdoors, maybe that's a good thing. For kitchens, not necessarily, because the next client may not like the design you have. I would personally recommend quartz that's antimicrobial, sealed, and very impact resistant. So, but if you love concrete, we offer that as well.
It does have a cool, funky look.
It does.
I mean, it's just like
very unique.
So you were saying about kitchens and bathrooms being getting your money back in that regard when you go to sell. Do you feel the same about a basement finish?
Yes.
And in my opinion, and I want your professional opinion, but in my opinion, it all depends on what they did in the lower level.
Exactly.
Because if they're spending $120,000 in their lower level, but their price point of their house it's like, I'm sorry, we can't recoup that when we're going to sell. And they're like, well, no, I have a ticket here. It cost me $120,000 to finish my basement.
Yes.
It doesn't always.
Yep, add up there.
Yeah,
basements, it's really more for you. Are you going to enjoy it while you have the house? Is it something you really want? But we come across a lot of newer homes that don't have finished basements. Mm-hmm. So if you're worried about is it going to sell if I don't finish the basement, most of the time you don't have to. Just focus on kitchen and bath to start, and then if you have the finances to invest, of course it's going to help you sell in the market, but kitchen and bath are the main focus in homes.
Right, and especially if you're going to sell. And I agree with you when you say if a family decides, a homeowner decides to finish the basement, it's for them.
Yes.
It's not really for
That's
the
it.
future.
Exactly.
We like wine, and we have a wine cellar, and we have a theater room. If you really enjoy those things, but don't invest in those things just to sell the house.
Exactly. That's a good point.
The basement is very specific, but as the kitchen is too, but as long as it's done right.
Yes.
So, any other questions over there, Andy?
Not really.
Okay, great. Well, we're so grateful that you're here today, yes. Dustin. Again, Dustin Miller, Goldheart Homes, a local area remodeler. And contact information is here below. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You bet.